this is Jeff Eastman, owner and inventor here at North Canton Paranormal Detectives. Today I'd like to introduce to you the latest upgrade to the tripwire. It's called the Tripwire Plus. And what I've done is I've added sound so that you could hear the tripwire when you're not looking at it. I enhanced the delay where the lights turn on, the sensor lights turn on, the time it takes for them to come down. And the third change was I incorporated the carabiner clip right into the power supply housing. So let's zoom in a little bit and I'll show you those changes on the tripwires themselves. Okay, after removing your Trip 12 Plus from the black pouch, it comes wrapped like this. Now the existing Trip 12 does not have a carabiner clip. I incorporated this into the power supply, so now you can take this and clip it to your belt loop, and that's how you'll carry it around during your investigation. So again, the Trip 12 is 12 feet long. It's got 10 sensors. They're about 14 inches apart, and typically you would use this in enclosed places, for example like going up steps. The pitch of the sensors is exactly what you'll get when you're going up a step. You can use it over a doorway. You can encircle a trigger object. I use that for my tighter enclosed places. Now the Trip 36, when you open it up, it also has the carabiner clip incorporated into the power supply. And again, this is 36 feet long, 12 sensors spaced about 3 feet apart. And you would want to use it at locations that have extended hallways. Trans-Allegheny, Ohio State Reformatory, or you could take it and encircle a chair like what we do and do a dowsing rod session in the center, and we've gotten some fantastic hits with that. So what's different between the Trip 12 and the Trip 12 Plus is that I added a sound. So this power supply has been modified to have the speaker here and the on and off button. So I'll be demonstrating to you that shortly. Just like the Trip 36, same power supply, same on and off button. Okay? So let's zoom in a little and we'll turn these on and demonstrate for you. Okay, what I've done for you is I've set up the Tripwire Plus on the top row and the existing tripwire on the bottom row to show you the difference in the time delay that it takes for when the sensors hit red and come back down. In my hand here, I've got a little EMF pump. I'm going to call it my noodle here. I'll be telling you more about that later. And let's just go by. Notice that the top row, or the Trip 12 Plus, takes longer to come down. That was done so that when you're on an investigation and you see a flash, you can quickly look back to see where that hit came from. Where was the concentration in the hit? Okay, it gives you a little more advantage. Alright, so now I'm going to turn on the sound for the Trip 12 Plus. And it's this red button here on the power supply. Okay? That tone tells you that it's on, and I'm going to push it. You notice that tone going down. That means you're turning it off, turning it on. Again, my power supply, EMF, ready? So that's the type of sound you will hear when all the sensors peg. Typically, you'll get 1 or 2 sensors to go off, or a small group of them. Okay? I hope that helps explain to you the differences between the Tripwire Plus and the standard tripwire. Okay, I'd like to talk about the power supply briefly. Again, the carabiner hook has been designed to be integrated into the power supply housing. Okay, it's no longer attached to the cable out here. As I turn over the power supply, you have the on-off button for sound, and then the power button. As usual, I've got the foam koozie out here protecting the power supply and a large rubber band holding it all together. So when we get to the battery compartment, you take off the black rubber band, slide off the koozie, turn it over, and there's the battery supply cover. Now this is where most of you would probably take out a screwdriver, take out that little screw that I'm providing you with, and remove it. But I never want to do that during an investigation. The combination of the koozie and the rubber band holding it on is enough to keep that cover from moving, okay? So I never used that screw. That way you're not fumbling around with a tiny little screw during your investigation. Okay? You push the battery cover in that direction, lift it up, comes off, and there you go. There are your 3 AA batteries. I provide Amazon basic batteries. I strongly encourage you to purchase the rechargeable lithium batteries because you're going to be using the tripwire quite a bit, and it helps save on the environment. Okay, so I'm putting this guy back together. Just put my cover back on, slide it down. There's my foam koozie. Get the battery, or get the large rubber band. Okay, and I'm all set. Okay, next I'd like to take you to an undisclosed location and demonstrate the Trip 12 Plus and the Trip 36 Plus. So let's take a look. Hi, this is Jeff.
I'm Susie.
We're from North Canton Paranormal Detectives at an undisclosed location here to show you our new Trip 12 Plus, which is a big enhancement over our very popular tripwires that I have been producing for the last couple of years now. And today we're going to demonstrate it for you, the new capabilities of the sound feature that I added, by draping it over this headstone behind me and showing you how it works. Let's get on it. Okay, we've taken the Trip 12 Plus out, arranged it on the headstone behind me, and when you turn it on, there's no sound. But again, you have to be sure that all the sensors are in the pink range. That means there is 0 EMF. And my wife's going to demonstrate for you what the tripwire does when there's no sound. So just like in normal ghost hunting, I may be looking at the camera and the tripwire is going off behind me. Now, if I'm not really looking at it, I may not know that it's going off. And we have had many videos that we've watched from other ghost hunting groups that have had the camera operator tell the investigator it is going off behind you. Okay? Alright. So we're going to turn the sound on so that you can hear it. And by the way, I'm mic'd up, so is my wife. I put a mic on the tripwire because the microphone on the existing full spectrum camera doesn't do a good job picking up our voices. So that's why we all are mic'd up, including the tripwire.
Okay, so I'm going to turn the sound on. And sometimes you might want the sound. If you're not looking at the lights, if you might be in another room and have the tripwire plus out in the hallway, and you want to know if it went off and you're not looking at it at that time either. So it's just another neat option that we're offering. So I'm now going to turn on sound, and you can hear that noise it makes when it is on sound. And now I'll demonstrate it. You'll notice that the tone goes up and down a little bit.
So let's make a quick hit to show you what typically would happen out in the field. So there you go. We're pretty happy about that. Another thing you will notice on the tripwire is that there is a delay in the lights, that when they peg when they go all the way up to red and they come back down, it takes twice as long versus the previous tripwire, and that allows you to quickly look back at the tripwire and notice where the hit came from. So
it gives you a little more time to see it visually. So we hope you like our enhancement. We think it's awesome. We've been using it ourselves, and now we'd like to offer it to you.
The Trip 12 has 10 sensors evenly spaced. The Trip 36 is 36 feet long with 12 sensors every 3 feet. We'll be showing you that in just a moment. Hi, this is Jeff again, and I've taken the Trip 36 Plus and strung it out along these headstones, and we'll be demonstrating that to you. But first I'd like to tell you that I'm still mic'd up, and the tripwire is also mic'd up because our full spectrum camera does not pick up sound very well, and this greatly helps out during our investigation. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is turn it on. And again, I'm going to use the noodle, my EMF source, to activate the sensors to show you that what they look like, one by one, walking down to the end. Okay? Alright. Now I'm going to return and we're going to activate the sound. So by doing that, all we have to do is press a red button here. It's on. You heard that tone. Again, taking out my EMF source. We'll go down the line. As you can tell, you will get a sound even though one sensor is going off down along the line. Okay. What I'd like to do next is demonstrate what it looks like to have a group of sensors go off at the same time. So give me a minute so I can arrange that. Okay, I've taken the Trip 36 Plus and arranged it such that I had a group of sensors on this particular headstone so that I can demonstrate to you what it sounds like when a group of sensors goes off. I've got my EMF source, and this is what it sounds like. You notice a difference in the tone level. As more and more sensors are lit up, the tones change differently. That was unusual. We're in the middle of a graveyard, and so that's expected. Thank you very much. All right. So another thing is the delay on the original tripwire. It took 2 seconds for the lights to come from red down to pink. And on the new one, it takes 4 seconds. That way it gives you a chance to turn around and look to see where it came from. Over here. Alright. Okay, one more time about the noodle, my EMF source. I will be releasing this at some time in the future. It has this tail on here for a purpose. So it allows you to swing it and get it near the tripwire, as most of them will be laid on the ground. And you won't have to lean over with your cell phone to activate it.
There it goes again.
Thank you, spirits. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we thank you for watching our demo. We have our new Trip 36 Plus and Trip 12 Plus. You have the option of sound or no sound, depending on how you're investigating. And we just hope you like it as much as we do.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, well, thanks to my wife for helping me make that demonstration video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to know more about how you can get your Tripwire Plus, visit us at ncpdohio.com, or you can visit the ghosthunterstore.com. And as always, have fun and be safe on your next paranormal investigation.